Imagine a world where you can confidently identify your top performers, predict potential issues, and motivate your team like never before. That's the power of choosing the right employee performance matrices. Hello everyone and welcome to 𝗟𝗶𝗵𝗁. My name is Swati and this video will guide you on a journey from data confusion to clarity, equipping you with the tools to transform your team's performance. And before moving ahead, I request you to please subscribe the channel and hit that bell icon to get connected with 𝗟𝗶𝗵𝗁. And by the end of the video, if you find this helpful, then do mention your feedback in the comment section and hit that like button also, because it motivates me to bring such useful contents for you all.
Let's first begin to understand what are performance metrics.
Performance matrices are the qualitative and quantitative measurements that assess how well employees are doing their job. Companies typically represent performance matrices as KPIs or OKRs. This makes them easier to track within performance management or HR software and connect them directly to your company's goals. Moreover, representing performance matrices in the form of KPIs and OKRs standardizes what success looks like in various roles. Plus, you can monitor these quantitative measurements over time to understand what factors contribute to long-term success or failure. However, performance metrics should not be the only data you use to understand your employees' contribution and value. Employees are humans, and a healthy balance of objective data and evidences provides a more holistic look at their overall impact during performance reviews. Employee performance metrics falls under the umbrella of human resource analytics. So in this video, we are going to understand more about the importance of performance management and which metrics are worth tracking.
There are a few key performance metrics to track the employee performance.
So these are the four distinct categories of employee performance metrics to track, and it includes quantity, quality, efficiency, and effectiveness. So depending on the role or your company's industry and location, you may measure individual and organizational performance metrics in one or all of these categories. You can also subdivide these categories based on individual or organizational metrics, and then even further by industry, department, or role. Although it's impossible to cover every performance metric employees use and the companies use, so understanding the most common ones will give you a foundation to develop your own for your organization. First one is the quantity metrics. Perhaps the easiest to define, a quantity metric measures the amount of something that is produced, sold, or executed. For example, a restaurant would need to know the quantity of each menu item it sells in a day, whereas an email marketing specialist should know the number of newsletters they send in a month. Although quantity metrics are important to monitor, they often don't reveal much about how employees produce their work or the impact it has on the business. For example, Mr. X, a factory line worker, produces only 5 widgets one day compared to Mr. Y, who produces 15 widgets in the same day. So these numbers reflect only surface level data points. They don't capture the fact that 7 of Mr. Y's widgets were defective or unusable, or that Mr. X was suffering from a cold or any other reason. Thus, it's best to evaluate quantity metrics in the context of other performance matrices.
So here is the table showing the impact of quantity metrics on individual. First, there are few metrics on which this is being measured. Then the measurement criteria for each metric and its impact. Now we will see the impact of quantity metrics on organization, wherein in this table we have taken two metrics, total production value and total sales, and the measurement criteria for each and the impact.
Second one is the quality metrics, which measures the caliber of a product, service, or deliverable. Because quality is a largely subjective, companies often use third-party feedback from customers, clients, and industry experts to evaluate the quality of their product. A clear definition of quality is vital for cementing your company's brand, because faulty products or unreliable services can hurt your image. causing customers to lose trust and look to your competitors instead. So like a quantity metric, though you cannot focus entirely on quality to paint an accurate picture of performance, one quality product does not make you successful unless you produce enough to turn a profit. Instead, measuring quality within the framework of other KPIs allows you to maintain customer satisfaction alongside growth.
So here is the impact of quality metrics on individual, wherein we have taken 3 metric criterias: error rate, customer feedback and rate of return, and the measurement criteria for each and its impact. Similarly, this table shows the impact of quality metrics on organization under the metrics like CSAT and product defect rate, and the measurement criteria and impact for each metric.
Third one is the efficiency matrix, which measures the number of products or services produced compared to the resources needed. The goal is maximum output with minimum input. So efficiency matrix allows you to monitor how employees use their time and resources to benefit the company's bottom line. For example, memorizing the answers to frequently asked questions and creating shortcuts to various internal systems might help a customer service agent to improve their efficiency and lower their average response time as a result. That said, an employee's efficiency isn't a reflection of their work quality. Now, continuing with the same example, a customer service agent who is primarily focused on efficiency may cut corners that leave customers feeling rushed, frustrated, or disappointed. However, efficiency metrics can pinpoint employees' department or location they need additional resources or support for.
Now you can have a look on impact of efficiency metrics on individual, wherein we have taken 4 metric criterias like task completion time, response time, cost per task and absence rate, and the measurement criteria for each metric and its impact. Similarly, here is the impact of efficiency metrics on organization under the metric criterias like cost per acquisition, human capital ROI, revenue per employee and absence rate.
So fourth and the last one is the effectiveness matrix, which measures how an employee's work impacts overall business outcomes. For example, an effective employee meets or exceeds goals and deadlines, manages priorities, and follows quality standards, while efficiency metrics shows your business uses its resources. Effectiveness metrics evaluate the end results. If you are more concerned with optimizing resources and streamlining processes, efficiency metrics will likely be your primary focus. But if effectiveness indicators are necessary to understand whether those improvements positively impact your company's broader goals or not. So effectiveness metrics in particular also help you strengthen brand loyalty, expand into new market, and remain competitive and adaptive.
Here is the impact of effectiveness metrics on individual. As you can see on the table, there are a few metric criteria and the measurement for each metric and its impact. Similarly, here is the impact of effectiveness metrics on organization, its measurement criteria and impact. Let's see the benefits of tracking employee performance metrics.
Employee performance metrics help you to understand the financial and cultural state of your company. Furthermore, they create a standard measure of what success looks like across the company and create a foundation for a results-only work environment. Tactically speaking, tracking employee performance metrics offers benefits like performance management, employee turnover, improved productivity, increased company growth, and increased employee engagement.
All in this video. I hope now you are clear with the top performance metrics along with the examples and what they measure exactly. If so, please like the video and share it with your peers and colleagues. And don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon if you haven't till now.